on the news this hour. A non-governmental organization has said that women need to be more empowered to increase their participation in the next election cycle. This was stated at the US Consulate in Lagos State, where they held a conference titled Women in Politics, the Risk and the Leap. We have more details in this report.
Despite concerted efforts to increase the level of participation of women in politics, it still remains low in Nigeria. At a women conference in Lagos, the U.S. Consulate General, Will Stevens, noted that mentoring and supporting young women is critical to preparing them for the leadership positions.
As the trailblazers move forward, they should be pulling behind them more and more leaders so that we see an increase in political participation. And that's really the basis of so many of the programs that the U.S. mission here supports, supporting women, helping them mentor each other, providing them mentors in the United States to increase their role in the Nigerian economy and in Nigerian political space. Because the more diversity that we have, the better decision-making that we make.
A man can do, a woman will do differently.
Other women key players noted the need to speak up and make impact in the society.
We have so many incompetent women out there who accuse the men of so many things. But we want to stop blaming the men. Let's work on ourselves. Let's, empower ourselves. Let's be mentored. Let's be properly trained. Let's understand the political terrain, so that when we come out, we come out as all-encompassing, and we really have what it takes because we've done the work on ourselves.
It's important for women inclusion, it's important for women to be given quota and even reserve seats. And most times we've signed up to these things. It's time for implementation, because when women are ready to work, they're really to do the work.
Women should also join hands, be convinced, have the conviction that they want to go into public space and give it all it takes and go there.
As leadership positions open up, women are advised not to settle for the barest minimum, while the government should provide legal framework for the already existing gender policies in Nigeria. Inioluwa Popola, TVC News, Lagos.
Nigerians have been advised to reduce their dependency on imported goods and also help the needy and shun corrupt practices to reduce insecurity and address the current food crisis. This formed part of discussions at the TVC Muslim community's annual Ramadan Lecture. We have more details in this report.
Because of the injustice.
This is the 2024 annual Ramadan Lecture, organized by the Muslim community of TVC Communications in Lagos State. Muslims from far and wide were present on the company's premises to mark this year's occasion with words of knowledge from Islamic scholars. With the spate of insecurity in the country, Muslims were also encouraged to continue to put their trust in Allah as the government takes steps to curtail the menace.
The time when you have issues like this, issue of hunger, issue of insecurity, issue of homelessness, the next thing is that you turn to God Almighty and pray that God should redirect us, give us the way so that things can be better.
Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the president of Nigeria, is trying his best possible to make sure he cushions all this of what we call this hardship, because he has done a lot at the presidency. A lot of money has been given to government, the governors. In Lagos State, with the local government, we are part of people that are beneficiary of what we are saying.
Muslims were also enjoined to help the needy and reduce their dependence on imported products.
We need to all decide to want to use our own things. We need to decide to do our things our way. We need to decide to buy Nigeria. We need to decide to wear Nigerian clothes, eat Nigerian food. We have no reason whatsoever to import fish. So what would I ask from the government? To support those individuals and small-scale businesses who would produce things for us, for the general population to use.
A friendly competition was organized for children to test their ability in Quranic recitation, with rewards for those that did exceptionally well. Participants were also excited with the consistency of the Muslim community in TVC in organizing this yearly event.
For one, I'm happy with what TVC Communications is doing because it's a form of CSR. And at the end of the day, what Islam really wants is to foster brotherhood, to also enable a lot of charity, because in Ramadan we know that all acts of charity shall be recorded as an act of ibadah. And I love the fact that TVC Communications is always putting together this initiative every year to show the people around the community that they care and they will always love to give back to them.
I have to say a big thank you to TVC Communications. They are really doing a good job. May Almighty Allah continue to bless them, and to all their sponsors, may Almighty Allah continue to be with them as well.
The Muslim community in TVC Communications remains committed to promoting a safe society for Muslims to thrive.
The world recently observed World Water Day under the theme Water for Peace. Concerns about water access still persist. Social activists have asked the public authorities to reject water privatization and also improve access to clean water. We have details on this report.
The United Nations reports that more than 400 million Africans lack access to safe drinking water, a fundamental human right. This year's theme underscores the critical necessity of water for human survival and societal stability. For these activists, the government needs to do more to ensure equal water access and distribution.
We are urging the government at all levels, and I mean from local governments to the state level and to the federal government, to rise up to their responsibility, to their social contract with the Nigerian people, and not adjudicate their responsibility and then again push everything back to Nigerians and even blame us for failure to fulfill their own parts of the social contract.
So we are asking government today to please do what is right, refurbish the water works across the country and let people have water so that they can live their best lives.
Elsewhere, some table water producers complain about the interference of some state agencies, which in turn affects the production and accessibility of table water. They want the presidency to look into this matter.
So we want to beg Mr. President to use his good office to call state governors to direct their ministries or their agencies, and including federal agencies, to stay away from our factories because we are regulated by NAFTA. Every time they come to our factories, it's either you are parting away with huge sum of amount of money that are not accounted for in either the local government coffers, either the state government coffers, the agencies coffers, or the ministries coffers.
Whatever policy the government will be taking now or tomorrow will bear in mind it must not be a policy that will reduce accessibility to potable water to our community and society at large. It will be a policy that will enhance the affordability and distribution of this essential commodity called water.
Infrastructure development, resource allocation, and improved transparency, experts say, are crucial in water management. As calls for action intensify, ensuring clean and accessible water remains a vital priority. Esther Mapariola, TVC News, Lagos.
And in sport, 10 months after Fuad Uki was elected the chairman, Lagos State Football Association, he has been impeached by 12 of the 14-member Congress. This took place on Saturday during the Lagos State Football Association General Assembly. Ian Akiri has more details in this report.
Rising from its extraordinary General Assembly, the Congress of the Lagos State Football Association agreed to impeach Fuad Uki as its chairman, Lagos State Football Association.
Over 40 million naira left our association account without trace. I, Dr. Osondu Martins, Chairman Badagry Division, I hereby move a motion with immediate effect for Mr. Fuad Uki to be impeached as the chairman of Lagos State Football Association.
The Congress, however, agreed that the vice chairman, Gafar Liamid, becomes the new chairman, Lagos State Football Association, while the vice chairman position has been declared vacant. The General Assembly of the Lagos State Football Association had in attendance members of the Nigeria Football Federation as observers.
Today's process was a very peaceful one, well commended, and also our presence here was as an observer. So that's why we could not make any contribution. So we will now take it back to the Federation and report to the appropriate authority.
The new chairman, Lagos State Football Association, Gafar Lehamid, told TVC News his plans to move football forward in the States.
Organize games every weekend. All the local football councils, all the local governments, all the cities, make sure that we have minimum 100 youth games every weekend, from U13 to U19.
On the 23rd of May 2023, Fuad Oki was elected chairman, Lagos State Football Association. But 9 months down the line, he has been impeached as the chairman, Lagos State Football Association. But in the coming weeks, days, or months, we will get to know the outcome and the decision of the body that runs football in the country, the Nigeria Football Federation, over the crisis rocking football in Lagos State. Mian Akiri, TVC News, Lagos.
And that's the news this hour. For more updates on the stories we are monitoring, you can visit our website on www.tvcnews.tv. You can also follow us on our social media handles, Facebook, Instagram, and on X at TVC News NG. And YouTube, we're live at TVC News Nigeria. Thanks for watching.